It is so important for you to get the pricing right on your website to build the sales that you want to build and to convince as many people as you can to make that jump. And if you want to do this appropriately, one good way is to use human nature against itself. And you can do this by showing people that they're paying less than they might otherwise be. Today, I am talking about price anchoring, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is, how to use it, when to use it, and when not to use it. My name's Trent Kennelly. I'm a marketing strategist, and on this channel, I talk about all the things that you can do to improve your business through marketing, sales, and analytics. So if that sounds good to you and you're excited, make sure that you like this video. Comment to let me know what your current pricing structure is. I would love to know. Subscribe to this channel if you're into it, and let's get started. Okay, so what is price anchoring? Price anchoring is a neuromarketing technique. You can check out this video for a breakdown of a bunch of those. But what this one does is it sets a price expectation that's high and then breaks that expectation with a lower price, which reduces our resistance to purchasing because we as a species respond better or worse in reference to other things. This is why coupons and sales are so effective, because we think we're getting so much better of a deal. Because we'll see that something is normally priced, let's say $100, we get a coupon, so now we only have to pay $80 for it. It increases our likelihood to want to buy with that coupon or that sale. And in the same way, our reaction to a price may change based on the expectations that we provide for the person who is reading it, okay? This is very much a basis of marketing sort of approach, because marketing at its base level is price versus value, right? So you're saying the price of this product and the value meet at this level. If they don't meet at that level, if a person's perceived value of something is, let's say, $50 and you're pricing it at $300, there's not going to be a purchase. If their perceived value is $1,000 and you're charging $300, then this person is going to want to buy because the perceived value is so much more than what they're actually paying for. And that's how price anchoring works. It kind of plays with that idea. Okay, so how do we use this? So as I just stated, people pay at a value level that they see. So if they don't see $300 worth of value, then they're less likely to buy, which means that this is a three-step approach. The first step is to show your value. Your job here is to inundate the target with reasons that your product or your service is the best. What are the benefits of your solution? What makes you better? How are you providing so much value? You beat them over the head with it. They need to be finished hearing this and be chomping at the bit for how great this product or service is. Step two is to set the price expectation. So while we're talking about value, we should be letting slip stuff about what the price normally is or other things. So a couple of examples. You'd normally pay $10 for a shoe shine like this, or our vegetables are certified organic from world-recognized eco-friendly producers. Now that second one doesn't mention price directly, but what it does is it shows exclusivity, and exclusivity increases the expected cost in someone's mind. Social proof does this exact same thing, because what you're showing is that others have come before, there's this trust that's been built with those people, and the price that they paid is the price that you're expecting to pay, and so you're thinking, okay, so the price point is probably right. You can check out this video on other emotional triggers, but I also want to say you don't have to be so coy about it as that. Russell Brunson will have a list of things that he's offering. He'll have the expected price for each of them, and he'll just add them up at the end for this total exorbitant price. So whatever you can be doing to show them that the expected price is going to be at a certain level above what you're actually going to be charging will help you at this stage. And then step three is to shatter the price expectation. The job here is really simple. You just remove the barrier you just put in place. And there's really only one thing to do here. Just tell them how much. That alone is going to entice them to continue. Last point here is to give specific numbers. This applies to steps 2 and 3 there, because you want to be giving specific numbers for the expectation and for the actual price. The reason for this is because more specific numbers are more believable. People are going to assume that a more specific number is either more scientifically based or more experience-based, which helps people to solidify it as an absolute truth in their own mind. Now, do not use numbers that end in 99. So no .99, no 999, nothing like that, because that is so overused that everybody knows that that's a marketing technique and it's blindness to them. So use the 7s instead. The 7s have been proven more recently to be more effective because it doesn't have that same cumulative effect over time where people just look at it as a marketing ploy. Okay, so when should you be using price anchoring? So really the most important part is when you have the time and the space to provide context. In all of the steps that we just went through, context is the most important part, and you just can't build that up and shatter it in a single sentence. You need time to build this up in people because you're trying to build up mental space, you're trying to build up almost stress levels in people so that you can shatter it, de-stress them, and get them to want to take that action, all right? So you need people to be able to watch that video, listen to that pitch, read that sales page or whatever you're doing to get that information to people. You need them to be able to do that with context in order to take advantage of price anchoring. Another great way is when you're trying to undercut a competitor. A competitor might have a same or similar product and you can use pricing to undercut them, which means that you don't need as much context because the context is already with the competitor and you can just say, look, they're pricing at this level, I'm pricing at this level, come to me. Now just be careful here because this could also result in a price war, which is very easy to lose and also lose your business along with. When should you avoid price anchoring? When you're facing brand dilution is the first most important way. Brand dilution is when people value your product less than you're pricing it at. So for instance, you're selling microphones for $100 each, but your customers won't pay more than $50. Your brand is diluted. This most often happens when you're overusing discount codes. If someone's always giving a 40% off their product discount, it makes you think that product is overpriced and you're not gonna wanna pay for it. And in the same way, if you price anchor too much, people are no longer gonna believe the higher price at all. So how can we avoid price anchoring brand dilution problems? It's really a question of follow through, and it always is. It's about trust, follow through, and FOMO. So let's say that you're selling a course on filmmaking, and along with the course, you're giving away a free tripod, a color grading kit, and an add-on course. You price all of these out, and they, along with the main course, come out to $3,000. And then you break anchor and you offer them $1,000. If after the offer has been made and rejected, they then come back, let's say you had a 48-hour exclusive and they came back on the 54th hour and tried to buy, you have to charge them full price. That's the only way to make that happen because otherwise people won't trust you and there won't be any follow through. So it's really important for you to be honest and upfront on this, to be clear about your offer and to stick with it. Another time to avoid price anchoring is when you're too early in the sales process. Think of the last time that you went to buy a car. You were already a little bit uncomfortable. You didn't really want to talk to anybody. Salesman comes up, immediately starts talking about price with you, starts with this highball offer of a price. How does that feel to you? That turns you off. You haven't learned anything about this car yet. You just want to leave, and you do, right? It's the exact same thing online. If you immediately come out of the gate talking about high prices, then you're going to turn people off. Instead, you want to wait until about halfway through this process before you start really doing any number-based anchoring. You can talk about exclusivity, social proof, and that sort of stuff a little bit higher up, but if you're talking about any kind of actual numbers, wait until you get about halfway down because that is how you set it in people's mind that this is an important product, but you don't turn people away based on the price right away. Now, do you hide the price? No, absolutely not. There's no hiding of the price here. Keep it in the menu as an item if you want to. Keep it at the bottom of the page so people can scroll down immediately if they want to. But if somebody is going through the pages you intend, then the whole point is to butter them up to that high price before shattering that anchor at the bottom. There you go, guys. I hope that that helped you to anchor a little bit better, to understand how to set that price and shatter that price and when you should do that. If you want to talk a little bit more, I love it when people say hi. Shoot me a hi in the comments. Let me know what the current pricing structure you're using is. Whatever you want to talk about, I am there. Or if you need some one-on-one coaching related to this or anything else, please check out my website. I have pay and free options. It just depends on the circumstances that you have. So make sure that you check that out in my description. Or to get my 2021 marketing trends guide for totally free, that's in my description too. Or honestly, so many other marketing guides. You can check those out for totally free, high value for nothing. Make sure you check those out if you get a chance. Otherwise, like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're into it, and I will catch you in the next one.